You ever get that strange feeling that she's thinking about you? Like something deep inside just knows she's typing that message, then deleting it, then staring at her phone before going silent again. And there you are, trying not to reach out, wondering what's really stopping her from saying what's clearly still sitting heavy on her mind. It's not that she doesn't think of you. It's not that she's over it. It's that texting you would mean facing a truth she's not ready to admit. Not yet. So today, let's talk about why she wants to text you, but doesn't. Not from ego or games, but from the real psychology behind her silence, and why your calmness is what changes everything. Point 1. Her heart and her pride are at war. Every woman who's ever loved deeply knows this battle. Heart versus pride. Her heart misses you, your voice, your tone, the way you said her name when she was upset. But her pride, that's her armor. That's what keeps her from hitting send. She replays the memories, the arguments, that final cold goodbye, and tells herself she doesn't need you. She wants to text. But right when her fingers hover over the keyboard, pride whispers, "Don't you dare." Because pride convinces her that reaching out makes her weak. But pride never heals a heart. It just delays the truth. And that truth is, she still feels something, and it scares her to admit it. Point 2. She's testing the silence. She's not ignoring you just to hurt you. She's observing. She's watching how you react to the quiet. In her mind, silence becomes the test. If he really cared, he'd reach out. He'd fight for me. She wants to see if you'll break first. What she doesn't realize is that the moment you do, she wins the game but loses respect. See, women subconsciously test masculine energy through your reaction to distance. Do you chase? Do you beg? Or do you remain calm, steady, grounded? Because when you stay collected, it shows her you're not afraid of silence. You've accepted it. And that calmness is what quietly draws her back. Point 3. She's rewriting the story in her mind. Every breakup forces both people to rewrite their version of events. For her, it starts as self-protection. He didn't care enough. It wasn't meant to be. I'm better off. But time has a way of poking holes in that story. She sees something that reminds her of you. A song, a street, a scent. And suddenly the narrative doesn't hold up. She begins to question. Was it really all his fault? Did I overreact? But instead of texting you to find clarity, she keeps rewriting, because reaching out would mean admitting the story she built to move on might not be true. Point 4. She's scared you've outgrown her. This one hits hard. When she sees you calm, focused, not chasing, it unsettles her. How is he okay without me? Has he changed? Has he moved on? Most women expect men to crumble after a breakup, to chase, to post sad quotes, to make it obvious they're hurting. But when you don't, when you level up quietly, mentally, emotionally, physically, it triggers fear. Fear that you're evolving into someone she no longer has access to. Fear that she's stuck in the past while you've stepped into your future. That fear keeps her silent because reaching out might confirm her worst nightmare, that she lost you for good. Point 5. Her friends are fueling the silence. Sometimes it's not even her choice. She's surrounded by voices telling her, "Don't text him first. Let him chase. He doesn't deserve you." Those words sound empowering, but most come from friends who are projecting their own pain. They turn her conflict into a contest. And now, reaching out isn't just about you. It's about proving something to them. So even when she wants to text you, really wants to, she stops, because it's not just pride she's fighting. It's the opinions around her. And most people would rather suffer quietly than be judged for being vulnerable. Point 6. She thinks you've already moved on. Your silence speaks louder than you think. If you've stayed calm, posting less, focusing on yourself, maybe even smiling more, she notices. It creates the illusion that you're done. So even though she checks your profile, types that message every night and erases it, she's terrified. Terrified that the man she misses has already started forgetting her. That if she reaches out, she'll realize she no longer matters to you. So instead of risking that heartbreak, she chooses the comfort of regret. Point 7. She's living in her fantasy phase. After a breakup, many women build a fantasy to survive the pain. They convince themselves they're happier, freer, better off. Maybe there's even someone new. But here's what most men don't realize. The fantasy always fades. When the new guy doesn't feel like you. When the laughter feels forced. When she smiles, but it doesn't reach her eyes. That's when the illusion cracks. But until it completely fades, she won't reach out. Because admitting she misses you would mean admitting her upgrade wasn't real. Point 8. She's waiting for you to break first. In her mind, it's still about power. If he texts first, I still matter. If I do, I lose. That's the irony. The one who felt the most now has to act like she feels the least. She's waiting for a message that may never come, not realizing that your silence is saying everything she needs to hear. Because silence says, I'm not angry. I'm not waiting. I've accepted. And when a man accepts instead of reacts, it shifts the entire dynamic. That's when she starts to question everything, including why she ever let you go. Point 9. She's not ready to be vulnerable. Texting you isn't just communication. It's emotional exposure. It means feeling everything she's been trying to bury. The moment she hits send, old wounds reopen. And she's not ready for that yet. She thinks avoiding you is healing, but real healing starts the moment she faces what she's been running from. Deep down, she knows it. But fear is louder than truth. Point 10. Your calm changed everything. Right now, the silence feels like her move. But your peace, that's the counter she never saw coming. You're not chasing. You're not reacting. You're just living. And that energy is magnetic. It makes her question her assumptions, makes her curious again. Does he still care? Has he really changed? That's when her silence begins to backfire. Because when a woman realizes her distance didn't break you, it breaks her illusion of control. That's when the message she's been holding back, for weeks, months, maybe longer, finally gets sent. So if you've been wondering why she hasn't texted, don't mistake her silence for indifference. It's not that she doesn't care. It's that she's still processing. She wants to reach out. She really does. But her fear, her ego, her pride, they're louder right now. Your job isn't to fix that. Your job is to stay calm, stay grounded, keep growing. Because when you master that energy, your silence stops being a reaction. It becomes a reflection of strength. And that's the version of you she'll never forget. The man who didn't beg. The man who didn't chase. If you would like to support us in our charitable donation campaign by clicking "Thank you very much" below the video, I would be very grateful to you and be a partner with us in making people happy.